hi, I didn't notice you there. You know, one of my favorite things about playing the drum set is that it's so rhythmic. You can create all these interesting beats and styles on top of it. Now, over the last year, we've been talking a lot about that word rhythm, right? Where we take a beat and kind of change it up and make it more musical. So what I would like to do today is teach you some rhythms and give you a chance to review a little bit on some of those different subdivisions we've been talking about. Now, I don't really expect you guys to have a drum set lying around at home, so I think we'll have to do something else. Here we have our trusty bucket drum, and what I'm going to do is teach you how to play some rhythms and beats on this guy. Now, I don't expect you all to have a bucket lying around the house either, so in lieu of this, you can even use a plastic bowl, maybe a really sturdy cup, or anything else you think would make really good sounds that would mimic our bucket drum. Let's get started. Okay, here we are with our bucket drum. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be able to play these rhythms on any household item, so it could even be something like a plastic bowl or a cup. So again, if you don't have one of these buckets, we'll be able to translate that to a different instrument, okay? Let's review our three types of subdivisions we talked about, right? We have three different types of notes. Our first one is, of course, the quarter note, which is the basis of all of our music. When we're counting out the quarter note, it's the one that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? The second one we've talked about is eighth notes. When we count out eighth notes, it goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, you notice all we did different from those quarter notes when we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4 is that we put an and in between. That's because we're doubling up on our notes. So instead of having 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter, 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 quarter. Now it's doubled, and so instead of 4 notes, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are eighth notes. But of course, we don't count up to 8, we just put in the ands. So let's practice first counting quarter notes. At home, what I'm going to ask you to do for this part of the video, grab a couple pencils or a pen, something that you can pretend are sticks, or if you happen to have drumsticks or anything lying around like it, go ahead. So let's count quarter notes first. Ready? 1, 2, play and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Okay, let's go to eighth notes. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 stop. Okay, so I think we can hear the difference. So when we're switching to those eighth notes, we're doubling up on them. Something that can help you remember this, for every quarter note, there's 2 eighth notes, right? You can fit 2 eighth notes into 1 quarter note. Let's practice switching between those two, and we're going to get into our bucket drum next. Let's move it to the bucket drum. I'm going to start off, there's 2 parts to our bucket, okay? We have, of course, the top part of the bucket. Let's listen to that. Awesome. Now, besides this top part, we also have the rim of the bucket, which gives it more kind of a clicky, sharp sound. Kind of sounds like when you hit a chancla on the floor, right? Okay, let's practice our quarters and our eighth notes. Quarter notes on the bass right here. Ready? 1, 2, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter, 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 quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we switch to eighth notes double. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and back to quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, back to eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and stop. What I want you to do now, go grab either your own bucket or go grab maybe a plastic bowl that you can turn upside down. I want you to play along with me to that part because that's going to be really important for teaching you the beat that's coming up next. Okay, now that we've had a chance to review our subdivisions, I think we're finally ready to start playing our beats. I'm going to teach you two different types of beats that use quarter notes and eighth notes, okay? This first one's really simple, and I think this will be probably the easiest to play on any one of the instruments you have at home. It's going to go like this. Ready? I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, if we were to count that and I put up the music, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So it starts off with a quarter note, quarter, quarter, eighth note, quarter. Okay? Really simple. On your instrument, you're going to be using two parts of it, okay? What you're mimicking is a bass drum and a snare drum, which I was using earlier on my drum set, right? So if we're to do it like that, it would go bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare. All right, I'm going to teach you the second one. Now this one's a little more tricky, but it's also more fun because it's got a little more of a groove to it, okay? Now what this one's going to do is going to sound like this. Ready? 1, 2, run and play. Has a little more of a groove to it, right? So the pattern is bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, top, rim, top, top, rim, top, rim, top, top, rim. Now, of course, since we're all great musicians, we count it out, which goes like this. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Something you might notice about the way I'm counting it out is I'm not even giving you number 3. In fact, when I count it, it goes 1, 2, and 4. So I'm actually skipping that number 3 and place putting the and. Okay, so we've talked a lot about these two beats. What I'm going to want you to do now is we're going to play it on one of your household items. Again, we can do it on a plastic bowl, you do it on a plastic cup, or if you happen to have a bucket like this or similar lying around your house, you could try it as well. So I want you to take these two beats and demonstrate it on your instrument at home, okay? I want you to practice, okay? I want you to practice these two beats. Just record yourselves playing, all right? Just because you're at home doesn't mean you can't make music, okay? I can't wait to see y'all playing. Please stay warm, stay safe inside, and have a musical day.